Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite. Thanks so much for joining us as we welcome in our favorite dietitian with Rouses, April Sins. Hello, April.
Hey Keith, how are you today?
I am doing very, very well. Thank you. But listen, I think so many people are really trying to find some unique ways to get vegetables in. You always have so many great recommendations for that. Really looking forward to what we're doing today.
Yes, I love to go in the Rouses and walk around the produce department and think about how can I be creative in the kitchen.
Right?
And so Keith, I wanted to show everybody the spaghetti squash as
Okay.
an option for dinner. So this is a really fun way to have a plant forward dish.
Okay.
So you can look for your spaghetti squash. They come in, some are larger than others. And so you get whatever size you feel comfortable with, and you bring it home and wash it. Wash the outside of it.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to make a stuffed spaghetti squash with using this spaghetti squash. Okay.
Mm.
Now, the cool thing about spaghetti squash is that once it's cooked and you peel back the layers of the inside of it, it really looks like spaghetti. So it's kind of like a little plant based type of spaghetti noodles. And you can really pair it with so many dishes, and you can mix it into so many different things. The other thing, sometimes you can find it frozen as well, already done, but I like the fun of doing this.
Okay.
So what you do is you slice it in half, and then
Right.
you have the center right here. Now, the inside of it really reminds me of a pumpkin,
Right.
and because it has these seeds and it kind of has these little, um, a little bit of like a stringy feel to it. What you want to do is once you slice it open, the hardest part is slicing it in half, okay?
Okay.
Because it does have a hard shell.
Right.
And so what you want to do is be really careful, slice it in half, and peel out all the seeds, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our Rouse's olive oil, which I have some in here, and just coat the inside of it with the Rouse's olive oil. Place it face down onto your baking sheet to bake.
Okay.
Throw out the seeds and the stringy part. Just throw
Right.
that away.
Okay.
Then you're going to bake it for about 30 minutes. And what that's going to be is going to be basically like a broiled or roasted spaghetti squash. And it's
Mm.
going to come out beautiful like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once you have that, and what I like to use, because I find that it really helps, is one of those spaghetti kind of hold. I don't know what you call this tool, Keith.
Yeah. A
A
spaghetti
spaghetti
tool.
tool. A
That's right.
spaghetti tool.
Spaghetti
So
tool,
anyway, what you do is you just scrape that out, and look at this
Wow.
beautiful spaghetti squash that's in there, and it looks just like noodles in there.
Yes, it
And so
does.
yeah, so you can absolutely use this as a bowl. You don't even have to dirty a dish, and you
Okay.
can use the shell as a bowl. You can make so many dishes with this. But what we're going to do is you scoop it out, and you're going to combine some different ingredients into a pan. So you're going to
Okay.
take this spaghetti squash into a pan, and you're going to cook that with some broccoli. I have some chicken in here, some cooked chicken, which you can use chicken out of the can is totally fine if you want to, or cook some grilled chicken.
Okay.
And then also you're going to add in some red pepper flakes, some garlic, a little bit of salt and pepper, and a little bit of chicken broth.
Okay.
Once you get that cooked and married together, then we're going to put this into the shell. So
Oh, out of the
yeah,
shell and back into the shell.
right. So let me take this one out so I can show you how it goes back into the shell. But what we're going to do, once we put it into the shell, we're going to top it with some cheese.
Mm.
We're also going to top it with some Greek yogurt. Why Greek yogurt? Greek
Oh,
yogurt is kind of like sour cream,
right.
and it's a little bit of a little higher protein version of
Right.
the lower fat of sour cream. But look at this. You just stuff it right in there,
Wow.
and you're going to put this back into the oven on the broil. And what we're going to do is we're going to broil it until we melt the cheese.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, the other thing I have in here is a little bit of cream cheese as well.
Okay. Okay. Kind of holds
Yeah.
everything together.
Yes, it kind of holds everything together. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of my Greek yogurt on the top. And then I'm going to add some of my Rouse's. You can find lots and lots of Rouse's shredded cheeses. I have
Right.
some cheddar, and I have some mozzarella. But let me show you how it turns out, Keith.
Okay.
It After you broil it, and you have to watch it because it cooks pretty quickly.
Right?
But the cheese melts, and it just comes out to be such a delicious dish.
Oh my
Don't you
goodness.
want to scoop that right out and just start eating it immediately? You
Yeah.
know?
And again, another one of those simple ideas where we just kind of cut it in half, open it up, take the insides out, and then just put that olive oil on it, turn it
Right.
upside down, and just bake it for a little bit. And that's
Yeah.
our starting point.
Correct, correct. Yeah, so you're gonna bake it, and really what you're doing is you're baking the insides of it. And then we're going to mix the ingredients together in a pan, put it back inside of the shell,
Right?
and then we're gonna broil it. And really you could do that with any number of things. You could just, if you just wanted to make this, the cheese and vegetables without the chicken, or if you wanted to just have chicken and cheese, you could even make mac and cheese with the insides with the spaghetti squash. You could do different variations of it. But it's a really versatile ingredient. It has a great flavor. It blends with many flavors. It is also low in calories and low in carbs as well.
Well, it sounds like the perfect dish, and it's certainly beautiful as always. And once again, April, you don't have to work very hard to make us really hungry. And now we want to go out and make the spaghetti squash as well, stuffed with all of those great ingredients. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much, Keith.
All right. And that will do it for this particular edition of Eat Right with Rouses. Don't go anywhere. A lot more local programming right here on HTV.